What's up, y'all? It's me, Tasha C. And this particular video, I'll be reviewing, giving a little commentary about what I witnessed with the 2019 MTV VMA Awards. Shout out to my YouTube fam. You know, probably my YouTube fam, go ahead and just, if you like what you see, like what you hear, go ahead and, click that bell and to get all notifications because you got three choices. You want all notifications when I make a vid, some, or no. And don't forget to share the video, like to share this video. The more likes it gets, the more YouTube, you know, gets the video out there so people can see it. If y'all been waiting for me for video, I will talk about later on probably another my feature podcast, which if y'all, want to listen to my podcast, is somewhere down in the description, like everywhere platform you can find it at. This is from, I would have been here last week, but I wasn't feeling that well due to my condition. HS. So it's usually that one of them bad months. So when I can the next couple of weeks, if I'm able to, you're most likely to get more videos. So I am back, but like I said, life happens. But anyways, y'all, I will say this before starting. I have not watched honestly the VMAs in maybe 13. I think the last time I watched VMAs was like when originally Dave Chappelle was supposed to be hosting. I know that's been like 10 years plus, and then he was supposed to be hosting, had different people. Other than that, I used to watch like late night, especially like in the late 90s and early 2000s and stuff. So I'm just gonna do the best. We just gonna roll with it. But I will say this in advance: it as far as hosting, man, but it was diversity in the performances. I noticed this year, like I said, I haven't watched it in several years, so I don't know, but it was just it in it, you know, like I said, you had memories, some old school classics. But let's get into it, y'all. I got my chicken scratch. No, sorry about y'all, but I'm a lefty, and I probably would better if I just would have typed this, but okay. Now we had a comedian. Now, first, before we begin the performance, I want to point out that Taylor Swift had did this. I have not honestly heard Taylor Swift songs in some like besides you what you made me do and all that song stuff, right? So she was the opening performance. I didn't watch the pre-show or nothing like that. It was a couple awards like Normani won an R&B award with a collaboration with a Black, and also Megan Thee Stallion won an award too. But it was something on Instagram, but I found it was like award for like some type of song, summer song, something with the How Goes Something to do with Nicki Minaj. But anyway, now Taylor Swift comes out. You see all this cover. I'm seeing, Lisa Frank / Rainbow Bright made appearance, all these colors and stuff like that. And I'm like, and again, I'm seeing Todrick Hall. He one of the characters, and I'm seeing it was a lot of pink and purple. It's one of the main colors being used, and I approve it, especially even the hair. So, anyways, he had like some lots of purples that it stood out, and it was this song called "Calm Down" or something like that, whatever. But she did the song, and then she went to the other song called "Love." Everybody was just on because she had this bustier type of shirt on first with the pants, and then she had the blazer. Somebody put on that shit. She did the carpet. Everybody knew the song. It was something about the Lover song, which she kind of was by herself because they had, like I said, all this color, and they had like all the special effects, some amount of quality and everything else. So it was a song, I guess, like promoting equality. It shouldn't matter about anybody's sexual orientation and so forth, and just quality. So we'll get back to that later on. Also, during while they're doing this performance, we see Nev, who has made Catfish, and his wife were kissing. For some reason, they did a close about that. And like I said, a lot of people seem to like the performance, at least what they're zooming in at, and they did that. So I mean, like I said, it was very colorful. I'm not gonna say anything bad about the performance because it wasn't like it was something bad. I give it like I'm attention. You like I said, it was shout out to Lisa Frank, inspiration. But everybody was loving that song. But she kind of reminded me because the gold she had on, as far as the bustier she had with the hot shorts, we want to call them. She was giving me a little bit Wonder Woman inspired. That I noticed. So now I was like, who was the host? So they went, how to give all the damn credits after the old band stuff, whatever, right? They got Sebastian, Man of Leo. I don't know. I'm chopping and slicing his name up and slicing it up with a machete. Just just ooh. But he's a comedian. I had Googled him while he was talking right before he started talking. And apparently, I just didn't feel bad because I felt like, wait a minute, okay, I know I'm behind with a couple of stuff or not knowing everything, but a lot of people don't even know who the hell he is or based on what they try to say, and they definitely are not caring for him now because of his opening act before I even listened to it. So he was talking a little bit. I don't know if he's from New Jersey or nothing like that. I think he is. But one of the things he talked about, what people you were saying about the trigger, that he brought up, his joke was about, how people are sensitive nowadays, so they got safe spaces in the back. If you feel triggered or you feel like there's safe spaces in the back, and Lil Nas even brought his a horse, which also can help you, and even serve as emotional support animal. I'm just like, uh, um, I was like, okay, well, at least his set wasn't really that long, but I was just sitting here, like, personally, like, I don't find this amusing, cringy, but not amusing. Okay, I was just like, oh my goodness. Sorry, y'all. This might be one of my longer videos, but I don't think it's gonna be as long as BT Wars. I'm gonna keep it real, y'all. The main reason why I watched the Wars was especially to see Missy Elliott's performance for her Vanguard, which was long overdue. It was long overdue, at least 15, 16, 17. It's been long overdue. Okay, maybe even 10 years ago. We give that, but it's been long overdue. But anyways, the first presenters was the Hip Hop Awards, which was Peppa, which that bomb swoop, she looking nice, and Rick Ross Broder. I was gonna say he presented, but he did promote his new album. What is it? Porter. I know it's part two. Okay, so I didn't write down everybody because it goes by so fast, and I'm about to click and stop because I DV'd all of it. I didn't start watching until an hour and 30 minutes in because I don't want to like wait do the commercials. Okay, so who won was Cardi. I don't know what outfit she had on, but I'm like that's a bad outfit. I don't it's pretty fits her. She was like this. She was like, thank you. They all say Cardi, how she gives her personality, her perform, when she even is just thanking. And she was like, yeah, thank you, Jesus. She was like thanking everybody, for when she did the video and somebody that massage took care of her cellulite or something like that. And then she was just like, thank you, Jesus at the end. Okay, so she won one from money. Holly, I think Stanfield, I'm just going on Haley, she came back twice, and there were 5 or 6 people that were voting, and it's like a choice award, and the audience viewers get to decide who it is based on the votes. So it was down to the last two. They only really focused on the last two, I guess, during the show. Between Lizzo and Billie, I think English. I don't know what to say her name wrong, but I mean, I stopped listening. I keep hearing that one during some the bad guy beat. I didn't even know what the name was. It's like she's telling, but she creeped the hell out of me when I seen watching James Jefferson Jr. when he was reviewing the City Cup people when she first started becoming popular several months ago and started getting out there and that did. Why do you friend me? And, got needles on her back, all this creepy, tales from the dark side. I don't know what was going on. It was just like be the friend. Why do you care for me? Why do you did friend dance? So I don't know. That scared the hell out of me. I was like, I'm done. I don't know. She scares me. Okay. Okay. What is BB presented Shawn Mendes? He did a song as well. He just kind of just kept it simple, where he just like had played his guitar. I honestly don't know what the song that he was having, but it was a popular. Um, Allison and also I think Allison and French Montana. That was the name of the label. French Montana also presented an award. They were talking. French Montana brought about being, proud to be immigrant and so forth. And I think Miss Allison was like, yeah, somebody like we were talking about in the White House. I could have sworn because if y'all have almost 3 hours to sit through and fast through the commercials, sometimes the sound, it was like it was working because I know Callie Theos was saying that she could hear herself when she's talking. It was like sometimes you were hearing people in the background you weren't supposed to hear, or certain sounds you weren't supposed to hear in the thing. So I don't know if that was supposed to be on the thing when she was saying, Allison was talking about it was in the White House. So um Rosalia Rosaria, Rosalia, and Jay Valen have won an award, and I think El Goncio, I think, but they won an award, and she was just thanking everybody, the officials. Like I said, it was a lot of diversity, in this award show. I will give it that. So even though the host was meh, if you looked at overall, it was kind of like I said, it was a whole pot of just all this coming together. And did y'all notice how like Bobby Lice start like her Bobby Lice? It made sure you see him because if y'all watch Love and Hip Hop, especially Miami, whatever, and he's he's a rapper as well. He's also Trina's cousin, the baddest bitch. But he had an outfit that you could see him. Okay, you could see him. Okay, you cannot. He just was out there. Okay. So anyway, Megan Thee Stallion came out and she presented, the presence of Lizzo. And Lizzo had, she has all sizes of women do the dance. First, she was singing Truth Hurts, the beginning part, like the first verse. And then she actually went and she had an inflatable doll, like booty background. And the performance, like I said, you have to witness it for yourself. But when she was towards like the middle, finishing up the Good as Hell, because I didn't know it was originally from her. I remember hearing it from Barbershop 3, I think. And she had she was like, I don't know, because sometimes she is inspirational, man. She was like, I mean, are y'all tired of bullshit? Is y'all tired of this bullshit? Or whatever. I'm tired, going through. And she's like basically just inspiring people to love themselves as who they are and stuff. And I think, Quick Teeth was hype as for this performance. So it was a dope performance as always. She had, shots with all different shades of chocolateness and everything. It was just, that's good. If I ever go to concert, I may want to see Lizzo. I'm just saying. But, she's just that dope. And maybe Sasha, her flute too. Okay, the Jonas Brothers, I forgot, like last year, the year before last, came out and reunited together, do I guess maybe an album, couple songs. They were next performing. They were between commercials, talking a little bit, but they didn't perform at the VMAs. I think two of the three other brothers. Last couple years, I ain't gonna lie. I forgot which brother was in the one who did that group, and they did that song "Cake by the Ocean" and still catch his head. And, Nick Jonas has been acting and been, doing songs like "Jealous" and all that stuff. But y'all remember they first came out during Disney, and I swear when they were with Disney stuff, and I swear y'all, even when there was time the song they seemed like they had that one song. I'm glad you're na 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 na. Man, so you're hot, I'm cold, something. You're cold, you're hot, something, and they just couldn't stop singing the song. It was like every word state they kept popping up. Well, that's interesting. I mean, come to think about it, besides them, as far as a trio of brothers, I don't say came back, y'all. Is Hanson gonna come back? And were they? I know they several got their lives together and stuff, but ever since Moon Bob, I know they started playing when they were adults. But I don't know why. Just randomly I thought about Hanson and them. Okay, but all right. But they did a performance at the Stone Pony. They like started on the club. They in New Jersey, and they were on stage, but they didn't perform. Like I said, they were actually at the VMAs, but they performed somewhere else. Okay, what was that song called? "Sucker for You" and something else they had. Now, Billy Ray Cyrus actually presents Lil Nas X, and like I said, Billy's all right with us. So anyway, it's Panini, and he had a song had this futuristic. He had like a little intro, like how can kind of making fun of like there was like a 3000 something remix and stuff, and he was pressing. But then he had a futuristic thing, so he showed like I got a dance routine too and stuff, and so he did that. And it was a cute little performance, I'll say to myself. So now it was the new queer eye for straight guys. I think it's Jonathan Van Ness, and he had all black. I don't know why I thought like since he had an outfit on, he, you know, had the see-through grip. I can't describe the thing is, but he was presenting the war for good, video for good, like many different issues, and I think it was one of John Legend as well, and it was one. Taylor Swift was cool because it's like equality for everyone, regardless what your sexual rotation is or who you identify as. And then the reason why I want to point out also Lil Dicky's song Earth. Because I was like, the reason why I know this song is because I personally had listened to it when it came out and I watched the whole thing twice because I used it for one as an example what could be used as a part in a presentation or activity for when I was interning for after school program for adolescents, the kids. And I thought about like the environment, so I used that as part of my paper. So I'm like, oh, I'm. So I was like, I knew, and like I said, I actually knew that was the only song I knew out of the people that was chosen. Um, Taylor Swift won, and I guess everybody who had something to do with that video came up there. And Todrick Hall actually was the one who was talking. He said something about he wanted to be Ariel when he was younger, and he fell or did some accident. But he said, accident or something. He said, or almost drowned trying to be Ariel, but he realized, he could be, there's no limitations or who you can't, like don't stop being who you want to be or something like that. You think Taylor didn't speak that time, but like I said, you had all these people on the stage, so I give her credit. Okay, so they started to get ready to like I said, get ready for the Missy countdown. And all I have to say is, y'all, I was so happy, but I ain't gonna lie. I was hoping that we got at least a 20-minute performance from Missy. I was hoping Lizzo came back again and they did the part when they were doing the temple. And maybe Sierra Papa, because people were talking about, so you had Timberland, you had Sierra, you had Lizzo, I don't remember, Justin Timberlake. Okay, then you had some other folks that were also there, and then somehow Justin Timberlake pops up again, and then but you had Sierra, Lizzo, Timberlake, talking to a couple of people, but not like it matters anything. But I was surprised, but maybe I don't know how they all are nowadays, but remember when Genuine used to be with them too, and what was that group? Pet Player, wasn't they with them too? I know God rest so Static X has been passed away, but I think his name was Static. But just the other folks, but then Tweet wasn't on it. That doesn't mean like just because they weren't there that means they were less important, whatever. And Janet Jackson also had like a video thing was talking about her as well too, about how she inspired creativity and her play. She was long overdue and so forth. So when we got the performance, it was like Missy was the first song was the Throw It Back song, the recent song that she debuted last week, where her Iconology LP. And, of course, and it was just dope that, like I said, there's only so much I can prescribe her performance because this is Missy Elliott. You have to see for yourself. It's so much creativity. And it shows even 20 years later plus in the game. Heck, I mean, people don't realize, too, that actually Missy Elliott started in a group called Sister. And they had that one video so brand new, and then because she originally was from the group, and how she's just been doing this 20 years later. Ooh, during my high school. But yeah, y'all, oh my gosh, but I wish it could have been 20 minutes. But she gave God, you got a little freak on, you got like throw it back, and like the part, if y'all gotta watch the video, y'all, with the ball, snatch the wigs off and stuff that was dancing was there. Then it seemed like it was all these special effects. Of course, she had to blow up, a suit that she had. I Can't Stand the Rain, and y'all, I ain't gonna lie. If she would have B-Man One, Stock It To Me, and all this other stuff, I think she had Hot Boys in for some. It was like so fast. Of course, Get Your Freak On was on there, but when she was on that last song, still kind of talking, Lose Control, and then instead of it quick switching from a song 30 seconds to 45 seconds, I was like, oh my gosh, you can't tell me about that. Of course, I was lit. Oh gosh, that was just, whoo! I mean, I ain't like that was tears of joy because it was like so much overdue and what Missy went through because remember she went through health complications as well, but it was just so dope to see that and some of the stuff as far as memories of time of um of some of my loved ones during the songs that one was living but they had a lot of coughing issues and another God rest their soul is what had passed away. I mean they didn't pass away during that song but it just reminded me of them because that was their song. So like I said, it was lit. Everything. I wish it would have been longer, but I was like, thank you, thank you. And Carly Bree actually presented the Vanguard Award to Missy. So Missy was thinking about, she was like, thank God, she's not trying to, pose, her beliefs on anybody, but the God she served has been a blessing her. She said, you could tell, even if she was crying, heck, she had on, Tizz's hat thing where you couldn't see no little shield bender. You couldn't see it. Couldn't see it. So she thanked as many people as she could. Of course, she said, God, rest in peace to Aaliyah. Um, Timberland, of course, got her family. She wanted to present this award to the dance community. And by the way, y'all, before I get off of it, but this part was so dope, but nobody paid attention to it. Now I follow her on Instagram, but I honestly don't. I don't have notifications on because I, search and look and stuff like that, and recommendations. I was like, when they had the song "Work It," and I was like, oh my gosh, that's the young lady when she was a little girl who, the little, with the little pigtails and stuff, she was getting it, and she actually had her come back there, and here she grown woman, she cut her, and they kind of like zoom kind of out from a way where you see more so of her dancing before like close up the face. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that is so dope. She brought her back. She had some more kids on there too, but I was like, that was just that she had this next generation dancer. But she's like, these dancers are not just props; they give so much into the performance and stuff. And it like I said, it was still a dope performance, well deserved. I ain't gonna lie. First, I was like, should I keep going? There was the main reason why I was watching because Missy was on there. She also thanked King Fury and Chrissy off the podcast The Read because they're was who pushed and thought about I guess like trying to promote Vanguard. She said thank you Super Friend and just it was just so dope. I think that's when Timberland and the Super Friends was. I think when it was Gerard all of them or whatever. It's been a minute. Okay, so Lizzie Bond Pecan, PK, something, whatever. I think he's what a dude that plays hockey. And they present, okay, it was a sensual little performance. Camille, for Fifth Hire Me, and Shaman is come again. I think they supposed to be couple, right? Because I think they called a couple times of BMAs, whatever. It's nice performers, guitar, it look like about kids, the old kids get all close, a little sensual. Okay, just chill moment. Okay, Queen Latifah and Chandra Travolta, he shaved his head off and stuff like that. And it was just interesting that, how they have the little telemarketer talk and stuff. And it was like, I didn't know Chandra Travolta was from New Jersey. I didn't Wikipedia that up. But he was talking about the last time they see each other was during Hairspray. And, yeah, dude, that was when I was a woman. And, that he played the mom, if y'all ever seen the musical Hairspray, okay? I think it was mostly, was it a Hairspray? Okay, was it a musical? But I mean, played music, whatever. And so they are doing the video of the year. And Taylor Swift wins for Calm Down Again, Bridge to Save. This time she talks a little bit herself. Okay. Now, Taylor Swift again was talking about like, 500,000 people have signed this thing they're trying to get to the White House to get an Equality Act. And they actually got to 500,000. This actually surpasses the amount they're trying to get petition to get the Equality Act that people could be themselves and so forth. Okay. Lizzo came there with a bedazzled Patron bottle. I think I wonder what juice was in that bottle. Okay, she was just like this, and they said it was. They already said in the commercial and stuff that was going to be a emotional performance, and this was interesting. Now Lizzo was like this. She just took one to the head. She didn't say no extra stuff to Pelma. She was just maybe it was just meant to be that way. She was like, everybody from Miley Cyrus. So when she's going there, the whole screen, the colors have changed. It's no brightness, blue colors, pink, yellow, blah, 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 nothing like that. The whole performance, they changed the color of the scenery, is all black and white. And even you don't see the positions, you hear the playing. It was basically one of those songs like, it's over. She goes back to Ocean. It's kind of sad because most of us probably know by now, her and her husband are heading to divorce. So it is kind of sad when she's talking about, basically one of those songs, it could have been this way, but now it's over. And it's like, ooh, shucks. Good. I don't want to say it was sad. I mean, she probably, just seems like, personally, me, she definitely was singing them lyrics from the heart, because that's exactly what she's going through right now, okay? Okay, Kiki Pop. Then I started noticing a lot of times when people came out, that they started having people come out. Kiki Palmer, presented the song of the year, which was New Lost X, and he's so humble and stuff like he had both his back to his customized cowboy hat ensemble on, and you see Bobby Lights. I don't know if he said hi to, but that's when we started seeing Bobby Lights pop up in the background. Okay, and by the way, speaking of hip hop and stuff, I want to point out that Mona Scott Young used to be, I think, working on Violator and stuff like that. That's what Busta Rhymes, Certain all these used to be on, right? And if y'all remember the Violator album, Vibrant thing with Q-Tip, y'all know what I'm talking about. But Mona Scott Young, Miss even thank Mona Scott Young, okay? Because I think she used to work with her back in the day when she was doing that before we got these lovely, beautiful reality shows. So, anyways, yeah, so Bobby Life is all. I'm like I said, it was like I thought under first for 2 seconds I thought is he gonna go on stage for him too? Okay. Well, anyway, he gives Lil Nas X gets Ashley the award Billy Cyrus, and he just Lil Nas did not expect this for it. He had like this script sheet, but he was pretending. He just says thank you, but you could tell he's humble and excited. He said that's his first award. Billy Cyrus was like, he wants to thank God for this and blah blah. Like I said, Bill, all right, thumbs up to Bill. Okay, and then also to our notice they zoomed in, I think, on both Billy. I think that was both Billy Cyrus' parents, right? And they clapped after they got the color back to the screen when we seen that kind of sad performance. After Miley Cyrus performed. Okay, Gigi and Bella had it. About they presented Rosalia, Rosalia. No, I think it's Rosalia. She did a performance. They already said when they won the award that thank you, we'll be able to perform in Spanish. It was actually 2 performances in Spanish. Okay, like I said, they were giving us all diversities, all just, and I like it. Lenny Kravitz came out to present her and Normani. Okay, her performed first. It was a dope song. I was trying to look for it, and there's a song called Anti, like, trying to fit in. That's why I'm anti this way. I don't want to be body searched. It was a dope song. Did the car, did her thing. Her is chill, even though she'd be great, she just be chill. Did her performance, and then Normani came out, did the song Motivation. That song grew on me. Normani, of course, gave us some singing, and then, of course, right. I want to point this out just too. When the part, I guess, when she about to do her whole gymnastics performance and get 10 across the board, they, was pulling off, like, one of the dancers, the guy dancers, was trying to pull off the outfit. And they did, like, from here, they filming, like, on the top of her head, that angle. And I noticed it was a little wardrobe, I'm not gonna say malfunction, because, it was some wardrobe, problems for a second, like a couple seconds. It was trying to get off there, but the clothes were trying to stay. I'm just like, Lord, hopefully nothing rips off where it ain't supposed to rip off. So she sat there, did a whole split, flip, blah, 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 this stuff. I'm like, there she go. This dope. And we seen her more just taking off. But like I said, since I was already, what was this, like 2 hours in, I figured I might as well just keep going, because it was like, since I already went past this thing, I might go. Vincent from The Sopranos and the one who played the main character's daughter and someone else, they kind of presented for best pop, and I don't know, it was just kind of like look, I ain't gonna lie, I never watched The Sopranos, so I don't like. I heard these people, but I didn't hear these people because I never watched the show. I'm just keeping it real with y'all. And who won for Best Pop? They presented the Best Pop Award. But like I said, it was kind of cringy because I think it was one of the characters, another female character, and she was saying, we'll get your award for you, something like that, and she had to hide her pay. He was saying, like, well, you can like hide the award, or you got that flag or something. Maybe you could assert that or something like that. He said, I'm just like, cringe, okay. But anyway, Jonas Brothers again had won for their song. I think is Sucker. I think wasn't that the song, but they won. Okay. So, okay, it was a guy named AJ Mitchell. I first thought it was a performance. I was fast forwarding, but Terrence J, it was like sponsored by Extra Gum or something like that, and it was a performance then. Okay, now this, I don't know if this was done by MTV and he did present it, so I don't know who the presenter was, but all of a sudden you see somebody, and I honestly did not know because I didn't know Mike Jacobs by face. I usually don't. Yeah. I'm just keep real. I didn't know. I was like, okay, this person looks important, but why did I fast forward too fast? They didn't even show who presented. He won the first Trailblazer Fashion Award, so he was just thanking people. But it was like, even I don't know who he thanked first, because they were like, skip something. Okay, DJ Khaled presented Big Sean and ASAP Ferg with their song I'm like, they were like, they would kneel down. I'm like, oh, they got strong knees too, and even through the performance, I'm like, oh, everybody got the Mega Stallion and ASAP Ferg and Big Sean all have these wonderful knees. Okay, and it was kind of dope. You had like people that airbrushing Detroit to Harlem, and it was kind of a dope performance. I ain't gonna lie, just simple. Wasn't all the special effects, whatever. I gotta look up what the song was. But anyways, um, we had, of course, the main, players of the U.S. Soccer team, whatever. Just one, okay, Alice Morgan, Alison Harris, and I think Ali Career. They presented for the best collab, and again, Shawn Mendes and Camellia. I don't feel like I missed her name. They won for the best collab, so they like thank you and thank you. Um, Also, I know Bad Bunny I know had performed. I didn't put that down, Nina. I know Rosalina had performed as well. I know I've said that, but like I said, I don't know why I did not put down Bad Bunny, and I think Baldwin had performed. But I know Bad Bunny, and it was interesting. Yeah. Okay. I'm going. I'm chicken scratch. Okay. So turns out Hallie comes back again. So and the best who won out the best new artist was actually Billy. Billy, she was in the tour, but she was like, left a video message thanking all her fans, and she always wanted to be on TV and stuff like that. So okay. So anyways, um, Victor Cruz and Adrian Lima Mom. Okay, yeah, it was like a cartoon thing with J Balvin and Bad Bunny was singing a song. Again, it was in Spanish. It was kind of dope. And they had like a cartoon theme, like their bodies looked like it was like cartoon made. You have to see it yourself, not anime, because that's different type. I don't want to be saying anime, man. They two different types of cartoons. Um, but they had a cartoon section. It was a catchy song. It was just colorful. It just kind of reminded me like they got inspired from a video game or some cartoons. That's the best I would have described it, y'all. So, it's a couple times where you had Sebastian, the host, would make a couple of jokes, but I didn't write them down because it wasn't like honestly worth remembering or worth saying. Yeah, but I mean, this is the best I could do. But like I said, it was kind of interesting to the verse. I know repeating that like 3 5 times. Now the dopest thing, one of the dopest things besides, of course, so Missy and Normani and her. I didn't know her for and Big Shot of her, and you have all this, like I said, these performances, and it's a shame that they made me go to Spanish, the school did my curriculum 2 whole years when I was in high school, and still don't know what the hell those people are saying. Oh, okay. Anyways, because the show was New Jersey, it was dope as heck that they decided to have artists that were born in George Burton ways, whatever, that pay way, and it was a hip hop performance at the end. Okay, this dope. So Ice T came out and he was doing a verse too. I forgot what song with him, and pocket him and the nine by his hip or whatever he was talking about. But I mean, he even came out, but he was originally, even though he represents the West Coast, he was originally born in New Jersey. So I'm just gonna go real quick about this last thing. So when he was presenting, it was least. First of all, I don't know if y'all ever don't know Naughty by Nature. It used to be the DJ, and you have Vince, and then you have Tretch. Tretch and Vince were, still are like the rappers, and then they had I can't remember the dude's name. I'm not trying to disrespect him like that, but obviously maybe he didn't come back to the group still or something because they sure didn't show him like at all, closer. If he was there, they did not film him, so I don't know whether he was there or not. He was a dude that also had found Coffee Brown. They make After Party and Jaheim when he first came out, discover him and stuff like that. So, but anyways, they had Vince came out. They were the first one to form, and they first had the song OPP. Tretch, interesting enough, and I noticed they didn't zoom in on Pepper then. Maybe they cool now, whatever they know was up, but they didn't zoom in on that. But Tretch came in here like this pimp cape on, and I was like, is he, shirtless? I'm like, is that like one of them cut out shirts? What designs? Oh, it under okay, that's his business. But so that was kind of dope. And then we had what was the next person? Then they had Redman. Redman was actually rhyming his verse. I don't know who the man dude was, his partner that was like kind of like, you know, like doing kind of like Atlas with Method Man Redman because it was out their first album that was called The Black. I think it was a song was called The Black. I forgot which was the name of the album, even though I actually have this album. Woo! But anyways, after Redman was performance with his verse from Blackout, still classic there. Fetty Wap, they had a section. He was singing Sparkle. Fetty Wap is from Jersey too, and he was singing the first song that made him popular. Oh, let's just say hello. I don't even know why the heck I would not know the song. I said hello, Trap Queen. Okay, I ain't about to get. I mean, I ain't my time shit again yet, but I ain't trying to have them talking about you was sitting here trying to write somebody's verse. Okay, so after that, um, oh my gosh, Praz came on there from originally the Fugees, and then he did his own solo career. Still does, I think, solo career stuff. But he had a set. I thought he was gonna start. I would have thought since the beat was kind of upbeat songs already, he gonna have "Going to the Berry," y'all. And y'all listen to that song. It's actually a sad ass song. I'm like, really? That just killed the vibe. I mean, it's still a good song, but it was just like sad. So he had his guitar sing "Going to the Berry." Like I said, y'all listen to yourself. It's a good song, but it's kind of sad. Okay, even the video. I couldn't even watch the whole video because I'm seeing previews with the little boys being taken away or the same somebody. Like I said, you got to see yourself. And then I think he was singing No Woman, No Cry. I don't know what the song is. And then after that, he had to do a headstand in. And then they go to the next artist. Oh my gosh. Queen Latifah came onto that bike almost to the stage. She drove on the bike, and I was like, oh snap. And then she started singing "You Can't Hear the Beat" about unity, and they put on a long coat on, and I was like, well, she could do better than me because my ass would have passed out, even when she had on, because I mean it was dope ass outfit, but I have overactive sweat glands, so that would not do for me, y'all. Okay. And all the lights and stuff, I'm just thumbs up. So she did her verse, whatever, and it was even dope because actually Vince from All by Nature was actually one of the dudes, and he didn't want to play the one who was feeling on her booty because he was nasty and called her big. That's how close he's been. They used to be each other's videos, especially All by Nature or Queen Latifah and y'all remember Lee Siegel. They made a guest appearance. That was cool as heck, and still are obviously. So which is good. So it's kind of dope because every time I was first thinking about that song, even it playing it so many years later, I always remember her holding and she catches the keys, and it's the key that she wears. I don't know if she still does occasionally, but it's around because her brother had passed away due to car accident about at least 20 years ago from a motorcycle accident, and then it was kind of. I ain't gonna lie, it was a little tear jerky, even though I was happy about the song, because I don't know why it just made me think like how she just lost her mother, even though it was several months ago, but it's not too long ago. You know what I mean? And it was just like so dope by the song, and anyway, but it was just so dope to hear that song, just dope. So everybody got on the stage that performed. I first thought Ice-T, but he was bobbing his head in the back, but I guess more so because he was presenter. And that Fetty Wap and press, and then they started singing Hip Hop Array, and then they took off. Somebody had to take off the cape off of Mr. Tretch, and I call him the Tretch, but to say Mr. Tretch, and I was like, he could have just been shirtless. What? What's going on? I was just confused, but I know it's like I forgot to mention when Redman was performing, they did a zoom in on Pepper. I don't know if they do a zoom in when everybody was on stage, and because I think Queen Tip, like I said, all of them, it was like the remix version of if they made Hip Hop Array again in a video form. And they were doing Hip Hop Array, and if y'all notice, y'all old school, we used to do this, hey, ho, hey. Oh, Lord. So, anyways, that was kind of dope, and that's how it ended. And they had all the confetti come down like it was Happy New Year, and that's how it ended. And I was kind of concerned that I was not going to see, when Queen Latifah came out, because last time I DVDR the BT Awards that I also had reviewed, I may put this at the end of this video plugged in. I don't think I got the last couple minutes because I only recorded 5 minutes over. Sometimes these awards are going 15 minutes over, and I was afraid I was not going to be able to see the performance. But it was a dope performance. So overall, I'm gonna give it a. I'm not gonna say give it a B. Okay, the reason why I'm just gonna say a B. I'm also gonna give mine from like, but no, I'm like I said, down to the closing, to all the performance and stuff like that, whatever. And the I don't want to keep saying it, but it was kind. I was just expecting it, honestly, not to be like lit at times, and not and it's trying to be lit at certain times. I'm gonna credit that. Now I would have gave it an A if they would have had the right host to it. Then I would have gave it an A. But I'm not gonna say like even if I didn't know the songs or certain anything like I'm like, oh, I may check this out. This sounds dope or whatever. Even though some people I noticed didn't like the performance by the young man who was playing guitar stuff, I'm like, it's just one of those chill songs out here for whatever. He's like, yeah, you be my spirit out because I sure can't do that shit. And her performance and Lizzo's performance and her motivational speak in the middle performance and stuff. And it just was dope in the last performance. And you got new love. Like I said, it was kind of. I'm not gonna lie. I said actually, besides the host thing, it actually wasn't a bad VMAs. It ain't. You know what I mean? Personally, me, it ain't. Like I said, it's something like I said. I honestly, I ain't gonna lie again. I said, I ain't gonna lie again. Blech. Too late, y'all. But my intention was I was not going to originally watch it, but I don't regret not watching. I don't regret watching it. It was better than what I thought it was going to be, and so like I said, um, I I don't know about watching next year, but hey, you never know. Might be better. But other than that, y'all, hugs and loves everybody. Um, and take care and have a good night. And like I said, y'all be seeing you very soon. Sorry if I didn't seem all hyping up there, but I could do what I could do. But a lot of this stuff that was on there was like flashbacks, like especially Missy Elliott. And like I said, I did not know the Jersey performance coming out. I did not know they're gonna come up there and perform. The Jersey hip hop performance, rap performance. That was dope. That was old school. That's the close I got to a concert because I went to a concert 2 years ago with Rakim and Rum DMC and stuff. Even though I was way in the background or whatever, that's what it kind of reminded me of. Just a glimpse of that. Just dopeness. I will say that, but I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I do. I have to say it again. I wish Missy maybe it could have been time consuming, but I thought Missy. I mean, while I was living, I ain't gonna lie. I wish Missy could have been there and gave us just a 20-minute performance. Okay, but you can't be ungrateful, because we didn't have to see this period. And I'm glad she was able to get this award that's long overdue. It came on right on time. But anyways, y'all, I will see y'all in the next videos. Y'all take care. Y'all have a lovely week. And enjoy y'all kids. I'm just going to say y'all kid or y'all kids who are starting back to school, whether from preschool, elementary, junior high, middle school, blah, blah, blah. I mean, they don't know the same thing. High school, college students, return college students, whatever. You already started a semester or started back most cases. I hope, pray, this be a good year for y'all. This semester, next semester, so forth, or whatever. Y'all get all your good grades on y'all tests, even your difficult subjects. And like I said, I will see y'all in the next video. Good night, everybody. Take care. Enjoy your week. Stay warm and stay cool, depending on where you're staying at. Okay? All right, take care.